12 of the 2025 college football season wraps up tonight as our Horned Frogs visit BYU in LaBelle Edwards Stadium. Kickoff is set for 9:15 p.m. Fort Worth time. The Frogs saw their 2-game winning streak end last week against Iowa State, and the number 12 ranked BYU Cougars return home tonight looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season in Lubbock last weekend to Texas Tech. Lots on the line for both teams, with the Cougars hoping to secure a berth in the Big 12 championship game and the Frogs hoping to boost its bowl game resume. 2009 was the last time TCU was in Provo. The Frogs are back in the national spotlight once again. It's a late-night Big 12 showdown with kickoff set for 9:15 Central on ESPN.
That was awesome, Allison. You just heard from one of our teammates in that intro. Great job. That's right. 2009 was the last time these two teams matched up against each other here in Provo. They were both members of the Mountain West Conference. TCU has won the last 5 meetings, most recently in 2023 with the Frogs on top of that one, 44-11 at the Carter. This is your Frogs Today football pregame show on location here in Provo, presented by Texit Coin. I'm Savannah Arevalo with the TCU Showgirls, joined by my teammate Sophie Ormstedt, and excited for this one on the road. The first of the 2-game road stand with Houston, the destination next week. All 3 teams the Frogs have left on their schedule are ahead of the Frogs, and with the win starting tonight, the Frogs could climb up the Big 12 standings pretty quick. Here is a quick word from our sponsor, Texit Coin.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texit Coin. Score big at texitcoin.org.
Great to be here, Savannah. The Cougars are favored by a 3.5 with the total set at 51. And if you watch any of the pregame shows today, not a lot picking the Frogs, but BYU is looking for their first win over our Horned Frogs since 2007. The college game day crew were all for BYU, except Kirk Herbstreit, who was under the mindset that BYU will fall apart like they did last year, losing 2 of their last 3, is confident in Josh Hoover and the speed of TCU. The Cougars head coach Kalani Sitake at his weekly presser earlier this week.
Looking forward to the matchup against TCU. Sonny Dykes is a great coach. I've known him for a long time, and you know, he and his wife Kate are awesome, great people and amazing leaders. And so Sonny's done a great job with his program, and they're going to, you know, I'm glad that we get to be at home. It seems like we haven't been at home for a while, so good to be home. But I know Sonny will have his team ready to roll, and it's not going to be easy. They have very it's a challenge, but I'm glad we get to be at home and get ready for that game Saturday night. You know, looking at what they do offensively, defensively, and special teams, they're tough and they have tons of athleticism all over the place. They're a physical team too, and so this is going to be a battle. We have to take advantage of all the time that we have to prep for them, and you know, we're looking forward to being better than we were last week and doing that against TCU. They have a great coaching staff too. You can see that Kendall Rouse has done a great job with the offense, and then Andy's done a great job. Andy Arevalo's done a great job with the defense, and the quarterback, we recognize him from before. We played against him, and you know, he can get after you. He throws the ball. So thrown for almost 2,700 yards, and an effective runner, and he can hurt you in a lot of different ways. And he has weapons all over the place. And defensively, they get after you too, so they can make things really, really difficult for us. And we're gonna have to be at our best to earn the victory. And looking forward to improving from last week to this weekend. So
love to see the respect for our Frogs head coach, Sonny Dykes. It was turnovers and special teams that did the Frogs in last week, or we might be having a much different discussion. Our boys don't really turn the ball over much, but when they do, it doesn't end well. Here's Coach Dykes on his State of the Frogs Coaches Show.
Yeah, you just got to find a way to win. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, the name of the game is to win football games, and you know, when you look at the ones that we've lost, we've had 3 turnovers in each of the 3 games that we've lost. Yes, so that's everybody in our organization knows that. You walk around the building, you're going to see signs around here all the time that say we're 27-4 when we win or tie the turnover battle, and that's what we got to do.
We see those signs all over the football facility, 27-4 when win or tie the turnover battle. Protect the football, get the ground game going, convert on 3rd down, and keep the run defense up facing star running back LJ Martin and quarterback Bear Bachmeyer, and the Frogs may be Big 12 spoilers. With 432 yards of offense last week, the Frogs continue to move the ball. The Cougars have moved the ball well all year until last week against the Red Raiders. Both teams play solid on defense, and both teams coming off a loss. Tonight is a big one for both teams. Here's Coach Dykes on BYU.
He's a great guy, one of my favorite people in the profession, just a outstanding person, just a great guy. A good friend, somebody that I really respect a lot, and he's got a really good football team. You look at the score at Texas Tech, and you think, well, they got blown out, whatever. That wasn't the case at all. I mean, it was a very, very hard fought game, in a game that BYU made some mistakes in. They turned the ball over on their side of the field a couple of times, fumbled a punt early in the game that led to Texas Tech points, and not until late in the game was Texas Tech able to really sustain much offense. It was an old-fashioned field position game, and Tech ran a lot of plays on BYU's side of the field. BYU ran very few plays on Texas Tech's side of the field, and Tech kicked a bunch of field goals, and it led to the score being the way that it was. But BYU's strength probably on their team, they got a great offense and great defense, is probably the red zone defense, and they did a really good job of keeping Texas Tech out of the end zone on Saturday.
Right.
Lavelle Edwards Stadium tonight at 9:15. A stadium named after legendary BYU head coach Lavelle Edwards, a coaching icon in college football who led the Cougars for 29 seasons from 1972 to 2000 with 257 victories, ranking 8th in NCAA Division I history. Well, Coach Dykes' dad, Spike, was one of Coach Edwards' best friends.
So Lavelle was one of my dad's best friends.
Oh, wow.
And so those guys, Lavelle and my dad used to vacation together, and really good friends. So there's always been a kind of a kinship between our family and BYU. Just got a lot of respect for the program and the way they do things. And like I said, tons of respect for Kalani. Just such a good person and a great role model for his players.
USA Today labeled Edwards as a national coaching treasure. Great story there. So before we go and head out to the stadium, we want to close with a great conversation with three-time captain safety Bud Clark, who was a guest on Sonny's show this week. What a wonderful individual, talent, and family man. Here's our conversation with Bud Clark.
Tell us about Alexandria, Louisiana, where you come from. What's it like in your words?
Ain't too much out there. It's a one-stop shop. You go through, you blink, you right through it.
Family still there?
Oh, yeah, family still there. Grandmother, grandfather, my mother, dad, everybody's there.
Are they traveling to Fort Worth often?
All the time.
Very good, very good. Okay, so you're a fifth-year senior, Bud. You played on every team we've ever had here. You've been from the national championship to current now, and even before that, the COVID team. So what's it like to be Bud Clark, if you mind me asking such a silly question?
I feel like it's great, honestly. I get to be around everybody, just having the energy that I do have. I feel like everybody, adapt to me, and I love it. Everybody comes around me, and being me, I'm going to try to make you smile every time I can.
Yes, sir. You were baseball and football in Alexandria High School.
Sir.
Football was your first love, or baseball?
Baseball. I love baseball. To this day, I still think I was a better baseball player than a football player.
You ever talk to Coach over at the ballpark?
Nah, I never talked to him. I can't do nothing now.
Fair enough. So what was so you were heavily recruited, I saw, in high school. Why TCU?
I feel like TCU, honestly, of course the distance, but I feel like they gave me a chance when no one else would. I had teams they actually chopped me off, Virginia. I went to Virginia. They was like, if you do this, and that, you can't come. And I was like, and I ended up doing it. And then I called TCU, and they took me. Whatever I had, nicks and bruises, anything that I had, they took me.
Very good. So this is kind of a cool stat, but in 1951, there was a guy named Ronald Fraley. He's the all-time TCU interceptions leader with 18. You know who's number 2?
Who?
That's you, my friend. Bud Clark sits at 15 career interceptions, number 2 all-time, with a few games left to go. So no pressure on you at all. Do your thing, but that's a pretty cool stat to have. It's been a long time since that record's been challenged, and you sit here today in front of it. So congratulations on that. Okay, the 2022 season, your redshirt freshman year, we're going to skip the COVID year, but that year you had 5 picks, went to the Natty. You picked off J.J. McCarthy in the national championship game. Just briefly, tell us what the Natty experience was like to you.
It's fun, honestly, just being able to be there. We lost, that certain game we lost. But I feel like just being there was a great opportunity. It opened a lot of eyes, grew us as a team, I felt. So I feel like it's still helping us to this day.
2023, the next year, you were elected team captain, which you have done this now 3 years in a row. We'll get to that. But 2023 season, not a national championship. You remember that much about that season?
You talking 2023?
Yes,
it was a pretty rough season, just kind of figuring everything out because we came out rolling in 2022. Trying to fill in spots and different things like that. But we end up filling those spots. But everything didn't go as we planned, but it was still great to have that team.
You had 3 picks that year, so
Yes,
that's where I'm going with this. 2024, you were elected team captain again. You're another 3-pick season. You were second team All Big 12, and you were ranked number 3 in all against safeties across the country, which is a pretty awesome thing to have on your. Remember 2023 at all, or 2024? Excuse me.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like with all those things, I had everything coming in for me, and I feel like I had to live up to that. So, and I'm still living up to it to this day. So that's what I've been trying to do.
You've been here a long time. Are they starting all to roll together a little bit? You're like an old man on the team.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I got to dissect it a little bit.
A little gray up top. I see. I'm just kidding. All right, current year. So again, team captain. You were All Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week for the North Carolina game. Which is an incredible honor. The season's going up and down right now. You just had come off a loss to Iowa State. Any thoughts on last week's loss to Iowa State? You had an interception. It's two interceptions.
Yeah.
In that fact.
I feel like it's just a journey we got to take as a team. So if everybody in, we all in. That's all that matters. We're trying to focus and make sure we win the next 3 games that come up on us.
What do you take when I tell you that you've been a 3-year team captain? What does that mean to Bud Clark?
It means a lot to me because I feel like my peers, nothing slacked off. Like not one year I was a team captain, the next year I wasn't. I feel like I stayed and maintained and grew while I was here. And that says a lot for being a team captain 3 years in a row.
Sir. What is it about you that people resonate towards your teammates? What do they like about Bud Clark?
I'm a helping hand. Whenever you need me, I'm there. Like I'm on defense. If you ask me something about offense, I'll try to tell you as best as I can. Probably don't know much about it, but I'll try to tell you.
What's it like to play for Coach Dykes?
It's absolutely amazing. I feel like this is one, none against my last staff, but I feel like he's actually smart with what we do. Like very smart with our legs, our body, like knowing our bodies as players. So I feel like he's helping us a lot.
Very good. Your defensive coordinator, Andy Avalos, what's it like to play for him?
Oh, he's dog, straight dog. I love being around him because I feel like my knowledge has grown way more on defensive side of the ball, and I feel like he's helped me grow with like straight grit.
Trey Watson, your safeties coach, your specific coach. Tell me about Coach Watson.
It's exciting playing under Coach Trey. Like I feel like it was a blessing because last year I thought I didn't know if I was gonna leave or not. So I feel like having Coach Trey and actually having him to be able to talk to him and help me off the field, on the field, just being there for me, I feel like that was great for me.
Fair. What's it like to walk around the TCU campus being you?
I don't walk around the campus much.
Stay away from it?
Yeah, I try to stay away from campus. Like nothing bad or nothing like that, but like I stay like 15, 20 minutes away. So
fair.
I kind of stay away.
Good reason to be there. We'll get to that here in a second. But school, how's school going for you?
Pretty good so far. I'm passing both my classes. I'm trying to keep that maintained just so I can be a great studious player.
Sure. Do you have a major in mind, or you?
No.
General studies.
General studies.
Very good. Okay, and the reason you live so far away, not necessarily so far away, but you have a son.
Yeah.
Kenzo. 2-year-old Kenzo,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Tell us about being a father.
It's been great. He's helped me grow like patience. Like I didn't know my patience was so short until my son was born, and then it just helped me as just being there for him, making sure that everything is for him. And I have a reason now, so I've kind of been trying to grow up and figure out what I wanted growing up, and now I know what I want. I want my son to follow in whatever footsteps, my footsteps, but whatever he wants to do, he can do it.
That's nice to hear.
Anything.
What does he think about? Does he know what Dad does for a living and for a job?
We'll be 5 minutes down the street. He's like, TCU. He knows everything about football. He loves it. We'll be at the house. I say go long. He goes like 30 yards. I'm like, man, you can't even catch like that.
So he's got some speed. That's incredible. Well, we certainly look forward to seeing Kenzo around here one of these days.
Yes, sir.
Does he make the games?
Oh, all the time. All the time. I'm surprised y'all don't hear him yelling.
Right. Do you have any free time, Bud, in your life?
Yes, sir.
What do you do in your free time?
I just go home and I chill with my family. I go home and do everything. I'm very family oriented, so I try to live in the present, be a father when I'm at home.
Fair. Love it.
Sir.
Do you have aspirations to play next level?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to play as long as I can. Okay. As long as I can, 10 years minimum.
Has this been a dream of yours since you were little?
Since I was a kid, since I was a baby. I love it.
Whatever happened to baseball?
Baseball was pretty smooth, but I feel like my coach in high school kind of ruined it for me. So, it was all right though.
Fair enough, Bud. So, what's something you can tell us about you that most people would know?
Just anything.
Any secrets you can share with us about?
I ain't got no secrets. I'm learning how to juggle at the moment and play the guitar.
Play guitar and juggle. That's pretty good.
That's my little hobby on the side.
Well, before we get out of here, Bud, I thank you for being on the show. But again, we're going to go through this again. Ronald Frey, 18 picks. You're at 15. Nobody in the last 75 years has had as many interceptions as you currently sit with today. 1951 is a long time ago, before even me. But, congratulations on the success. It's been lovely knowing you on the show. The show's a big fan of you, and I think you are of the show at least. So
very much.
Grateful to have you for your time. What do you have to say about the last 3 games of the season?
Let's go 1-0. Beat these boys. Let's beat everybody, but
There you go.
To keep
what
it
What do you know about BYU real quick?
Very, very vertical pass team. You know, they're very hard, very gritty, but they run through that quarterback, and I feel like he's a great player. So that's what we got to maintain.
3 more picks to tie a record that has stood since 1952. Congrats to Bud Clark on his continued success here at TCU, and good luck to the boys tonight. It's been in the 60s pretty much all day with plenty of sun and won't drop too much. At kickoff, it will be in the low 50s with no wind. A beautiful night for some football. Thanks to our Showgirls for being here with me tonight. We'll see you on the sidelines, and if you can't be here, tune in to ESPN 9:15 kickoff. Congrats to our women's soccer team on their NCAA tournament first-round win last night, as well as men's cross-country runner Johnson Legat, who punched his ticket to the NCAAs yesterday, and thanks to our sponsor Texit for making all of this possible. For Allison and Sophie, I'm Savannah Arevalo, and this has been your Frogs Today football pregame show on location from Provo. See you at the halftime. Go Frogs!